What's going on here?
A housewarming.
Right. Now, Mattel's famous Barbie has a brand new dream house with special furniture that's fun to put together and even a sliding door that really opens.
Hello doll fans and welcome back to Beauty Inside a Box. Today I've got a really interesting video for you. 2022, the year we are currently in, marks the 60th anniversary of the very first Barbie Dreamhouse, a very important part of Barbie history. Barbie is like a real estate entrepreneur at this point. She's lived in so many different dream houses. She should be on the show selling Sunset. In today's video, I thought we would go back through every single Barbie dream house one by one, and I will give my thoughts and opinions on each one, and you can do the same in the comments, and we can have a little Barbie dream house history lesson. Now, not every single one of these houses on this list are titled Barbie's Dream House. Some have different titles, but I thought they were important houses to include in this list. So this is not only every single Barbie dream house, but it's also just like a collection of Barbie houses throughout history. If you love Barbie as much as I do, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. But anyway, let's get on with the list. This is every single Barbie dream house. Okay, so the very first Barbie dream house was introduced in 1962, and it was this beautifully crafted, yet rather modest cardboard set. Everything you see here was cardboard. The walls, the furniture, everything. But because it was made of cardboard, it was also the cheapest dream house ever to be released, costing only $4.44. I think this is such an iconic setup here. You can see she's got her records in the background. She's got a framed picture of Ken up on the shelf. She's got like an incredibly vintage looking TV and she's watching herself because Barbie is a bit of a narcissist. It kind of looks like the set of a 60s sitcom or something. It only cost $4, like that's insane. Okay, the next Barbie dream house was called Barbie's New Dream House in 1964. And this one was $4.99. And it was slightly more elaborate. It had a couple different rooms. It had the bedroom, it had a little kitchenette, and a living room. Again, it was still made of cardboard, that's what's made it so cheap. And it also had a patio with apparently a sliding patio door, which is quite cool. It was also the first dream house to have a door. But still no toilet for Barbie. She doesn't get to relieve herself just yet. Okay, the next Barbie dream house came out in 1965, and this one was $9.99. It was considerably smaller but a lot more sturdy because this was the first one to be made out of plastic. It was called Barbie and Skipper's Deluxe Dream House. It obviously had Barbie, and you can see it has a tiny little bedroom for Skipper, places to hang clothes, and it can fold away to become a sort of carrying case, which is a gimmick which has been used quite a few times in Barbie's history, and I think it's really useful, and it also means that the sets can fold up quite small, because some of these dream houses get really big, and I'm not sure everyone is going to have space for them. I personally don't actually own a dream house. I would love to own a dream house. The reason why I don't is because I don't really have space. I do have a Barbie castle, which is in the attic. And when I was a kid, I had Barbie's bedroom and bath, which I absolutely loved. And that, similar to this set here, folded up, which was very useful. Okay, and then in 1968, we had this slightly more mod-inspired dream house. This wasn't actually called a dream house, it was called Barbie's Family House, obviously to emphasize Barbie's growing friends and family that were becoming part of the line. This one again folded up. My personal opinions on this one, the colour scheme is disgusting. It's so gross. I don't know what people were thinking in the 60s, but this just hurts my eyes. In 1970, Barbie released the Lively Live-In House. And this house had 3 separate rooms, and you could actually like rearrange the rooms. They would come apart and you could move them around. And this is again a gimmick which we see used quite a few times in future. One thing that really frustrates me about this house, and frustrates me with future Barbie doll houses, is there are no stairs. There are no stairs, so I don't know how people are meant to get up and down. But I think overall this is a really nice house. I like how spacious it is. And in 1972, we had Barbie's Surprise House, which was basically the exact same house again, just kind of recolored, repackaged. I really like the swing seat though. I'm not sure if the other one had a swing seat. In 1974, we got Barbie's 3-story townhouse. So this isn't actually a dream house, but I think lots of people mistake it for a dream house. And this kind of style of dream house has been used time and time again. And we see the first use of something that will happen a lot in Barbie house history, which is that there is an elevator. And I think this was the same house that was in Toy Story 3, but I'm not sure. The colour scheme is pretty garish, kind of hurts my eyes, I won't lie. I really don't like when they print the furniture onto the back wall. I really don't like that. But here it's not too distracting. The furniture seems quite limited for this one. And then here is a slightly later version of the same 3-story townhouse. And I just wanted to highlight this one because I think the backdrops are photographs, which is weird, and I don't like it. I mean, the perspective looks all wrong. This is probably the worst example, I would say, of like the furniture just being printed onto the back wall. I mean, it just looks awful. In 1979, we got the A-frame new Barbie Dreamhouse. This Dreamhouse was incredibly popular, and it actually came in 3 sections, so you could break it apart and kind of rearrange the rooms. The colour scheme is a bit... oi. Again, the 70s, the 60s and 70s, the colour palette, the colour choices were interesting. There's lots of like reds and kind of mustard yellows and brown colours. Why? But this one had really big skylights, which meant that it was easier to reach inside the house and play with it, which I thought was a clever idea, and the furniture looks really cute. I really like this style of Barbie house. In 1984, we got the Barbie Dream Cottage, which was basically a smaller scale version of the Barbie Dream House at the time. And I think it's really cute. Again, it folds up, which is quite clever. I love the roof garden. I love that little vanity she has there. It looks very 80s. And you can see them starting to incorporate a lot more pink. Okay, here we go. Also in 1984, we got the Barbie Glamour Home. And I really like this house. I think it's really cool. It has like a swing seat in the garden. There are 2 different rooms. Still no bathroom. There's no bathroom. I don't understand why like they never give Barbie a bathroom. And it has stairs. I love it when they have stairs. Although there are no stairs to the roof garden, so Barbie just has to fly up there, I guess. They still have some of the furniture printed onto the back wall, which is a pet peeve of mine, but I think overall this is a really cute house, and it's the first kind of time that they've used loads of pink, which feels very classic Barbie. Okay, another truly classic Barbie dream house. We have the dream house from 1986, and this is basically just a recoloring of the one from a couple years ago, but this colour scheme is much more like classic Barbie. It's white and pink, and they've also added new furniture, which is quite cool. I also love all the foliage they've got in the window boxes and stuff like that. I think that's really cute. In 1990, we have the Barbie Magical Mansion. So this technically isn't a Barbie dream house, but I thought it was important to include it on the list. This one is stunning. I think this might be one of my favourites. It's the one that looks the most like a traditional classic doll's house. I love the balcony on the roof, and then also a bathroom. She finally gets a bathroom, but it doesn't look like there's a toilet. So, interesting. I think for this one, the furniture was sold separately. I mean, this is one thing that has happened quite a few times in Barbie history. The furniture and the dolls are sold separately. And I remember as a kid, that used to always really frustrate me when sets like this didn't come with a doll and didn't come with furniture. Not everyone is gonna just have the extra money to spend on furniture and dolls. But, you know, I guess it's just clever marketing tactics, isn't it? They know if you buy the dream house, you're gonna have to buy the furniture. The wallpaper is so 80s, it has a big fireplace. I love all the fabric they've used on the furniture as well, like on the bed and on the sofa. It just gives it like a certain realism, which I love. Next up, in 1991, we have Barbie's Magic Sounds house. And this is again a gimmick which will be used in future, which is that when you click things in the house, they make noise. This house looks quite reminiscent of the 3-story townhouse as well. I love the shape. The rooms look really big. Again, the color scheme is really cute. I like this one. I really like this one. There's no bathroom. There is no bathroom again. And no stairs, but it has a lift. Okay, in 1992, the year I was born, we got the Fold and Fun house. This was a lot smaller, again, kind of like a budget alternative, I think. It would fold up into a cute little carrying case, which is adorable. It has a garden and a roof terrace, and it looks like it has 2 rooms, a little living room and a bedroom. Okay, and now we have, in 1994, we have Barbie's 3-in-1 home. And this was a very similar concept to the Lively Living home, in that you can rearrange the rooms. And I've seen pictures online of people who have bought like 5 or 6 of these sets and built like massive Barbie houses, because you can just basically keep adding to the home. They all fit together. Quite a clever concept. Barbie should do something like this now. I think it's such a good idea. I love all the like very 90s like trellises with flowers growing on them. Really cute. The color scheme is very classic. Next up, in 1995, we have another Barbie Dreamhouse. I really like this one. This picture doesn't really do it justice. You can't really see it, but it had like stained glass windows. It had a folding out porch and balcony. It had a battery operated lift. It had a bath which turned into a bed. Very cool. I think this house is really beautiful. It's got a kind of bit of a Victorian vibe to it. Again, it looks very classic doll's house. I really love this house. I think it's really cute. Although that fence around the balcony is like knee high. Barbie is definitely going to fall off there if she's not careful. Next, in 1996, we have the Pretty and Pink Barbie house, and this is basically a recoloring of the 3-in-1 house. It's basically exactly the same. I really love this one though. They've taken away some of the furniture, it looks like, but the color scheme is so pink and so Barbie. I love it. And you can see in the side of that picture they've restructured the house so that it like stands long ways, if that makes sense. Okay, next, I think also in 1996, we have the Barbie Folding Pretty House. And this one, again, folded up into like a carrying case, but then would like open up like a book, and all the rooms would fold out. Really clever. I mean, some of the engineering and the design ideas at Mattel are brilliant. Okay, here we have the Barbie Dreamhouse in 1998. And this is effectively just a recoloring of the one from 1995. Although apparently some of the differences are this one had a swing for Shelley on the front porch, and also the lift was no longer battery operated. You had to like move it with your hand, and some of the furniture has been updated, but I think this one is so adorable. I love it. I really want this dream house. Also, again, it kind of folds up quite small. It doesn't take up too much space. I'm trying to convince myself in my head. I'm like, you could fit that dream house somewhere, Joey. I have no space. In 1999, we got the Barbie family house. This one had like bunk beds for Skipper and Stacy. It's really cute. Again, a bit of a budget home, quite small. And then in 2000, we got a new Barbie Dreamhouse. This was, again, exactly the same as the one from 1995. Although this time the colours were slightly different again, and they reduced the patio and balcony, so it doesn't fold out anymore. It's just like a really skinny little balcony. And they got rid of the stained glass window, which breaks my heart. The stained glass window was a highlight for me. Next, I thought I had to talk about the Barbie, like, talking interactive home from 2002. I really wanted this one as a kid, and I still really want it. I think it's really clever. It folds up really small, it's interactive. When you click things in it, they like make noises and stuff. Even though it folds up, the rooms still look pretty spacious, and I love the colours, they're really cute. In 2004, we got the Happy Families home, which I think is exactly the same as the home I just showed you, except it doesn't make noise and it opens up a little bit wider. They've obviously used different colours. I don't like these colours as much. And this house obviously has an emphasis on like spaces for families. It has a washer and a dryer. Lots of extra space for Midge and her new family. In 2006, we got one of the biggest, apparently, dream houses. This one folds out as well. It was called the Barbie 3-story dream house, but the top floor actually detaches so you can move it other places. I love love the spiral staircase. I think that's really cute. This one also has a washer and a dryer, a big bath, a big bed with like a canopy. I think this is such a great dream house. Not super keen on the colours, but I really like this. Then in 2008, Mattel brought out basically the exact same dream house again, but this time in different colours. And I think I prefer these colours. They're just much more like typical Barbie. It looks like her kitchen table has disappeared, which is a shame. But other than that, I think this is a really cute house. And this one apparently also had a little thing you could clip the Barbies into so they could walk up and down the stairs, which I think is good. And I'm not a massive fan of the elevators, because who has an elevator in their home? That's so lazy. Okay, here is the 2009 Barbie Dreamhouse, and wow, I mean, I really do like this one. This one's obviously 3 stories again. It's very reminiscent of the 3-story townhouse from the 70s. I love the hot tub at the very top on the balcony. I think that's really cute, and it's got like little fairy lights and stuff, decoration going around the outside. I think that's really cute. Iconic. The 2011 Barbie Dreamhouse. This one went back to the A-frame from the 70s. I think this is really cute. I love this. Again, you could take the different sections apart, so you could like rearrange the house if you wish. Okay, in 2012, they reverted back to the 3-story townhouse design. I think it's really cute. I think the colour scheme was better before. This one's got slightly darker pinks, but it's still a great house. Okay, 2013, this might be the magnum opus for the Barbie Dreamhouse. This Dreamhouse came out to coincide with the TV show Barbie Life in the Dreamhouse, which was a great show, classic Barbie media. And it was again in the style of the 3-story Dreamhouse, but this time it would kind of like open up in the middle and the elevator would go through the middle of the house, which I thought was really cool. And it had a whopping 6 rooms. It's huge. I remember seeing this one in Harrods in London and being just like blown away by how big it was. Like, it was stood on a table and it was like taller than me. I couldn't even reach the top. This Dreamhouse also has 2 elevators. It has one for the Barbie doll, and it has one elevator to transport clothes up and down the house, which is just wild. I think this was also the first Dreamhouse to include a recycling bin, so that's good. Okay, the next Dreamhouse came out in 2015. This one, I like. I think it's cute. The bath looks very chic. This one has a garage instead of like a 6th room, which I think is a shame. I think I would have preferred another room than a garage. And also, a couple of the Barbie Dreamhouses now have like a thing where you can slide your smartphone into the TV, so you can like make it look like a real TV. Okay, in 2016 we got Hello Dreamhouse, the interactive kind of Siri version of a Barbie Dreamhouse. This one was obviously voice activated, and I think the Dreamhouse itself I really like. I like the layout, I like the furniture, the colour scheme is nice. The best feature of this one is that the stairs can turn into a slide, which is kind of cool. And it also had like disco lights and stuff, and the lift would move on its own. It must have not done very well because they never kind of went back to this idea. The next Barbie Dreamhouse, which came out in 2018, was really cool. I really like this one. It has a slide going from upstairs to downstairs, which ends in a pool, which could actually hold water. It has a garage. The thing that annoys me about this Dreamhouse though is that some of the back walls are just like pieces of cardboard you can slide in and out. I don't like that. I don't like that. I wish it was like plastic, because cardboard just seems a bit flimsy. The next big change to the Dreamhouse came in 2020. This may look like the exact same Dreamhouse, but there are a couple small differences in the colours and on some of the illustrations which are on the cardboard at the back of the rooms. But the biggest change for this one is the fact that now the elevator can fit the Barbie wheelchair, which is great. And that, doll fans, brings us up to today, 2021. This is the most recent Dreamhouse, and wow. I have to say, I really like this one. Lots of kind of elements of the Barbie line have lost quality over years, but I actually think the Barbie Dreamhouse, the quality's gotten pretty good. Like, this is really nice dream house. It does retail for like £300 or something crazy, but I really like it. This one has a bit of an L shape, which I think is really cool. I love the slide, I love the pool, I love the shape of it. I love all the different little areas and the furniture. It has enough beds for Barbie and all her sisters. And it just looks really chic and cool, and I love it. So there we go, doll fans. I spoke about all of the Barbie dream houses and some of the other significant Barbie homes. Let me know what you thought of my list. Let me know which dream house was your favorite. Also, don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel if you're new here. Check me out on Instagram to see more of my doll collection, and check me out on TikTok, and I will see you real soon. Go and watch some more of my videos. Bye!